What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome to episode 6 of season 2 of our Space Engineers Let's Play. We've got a couple of things that people have put in the comments of last video that we want to take a look at this video. And then we have some sort of main thing that we want to do this video, which will be kind of cool, but I'll tell you about that a little bit later. So first thing has to do with the Bubbimobile. Somebody said, take off the steering for the last wheels, for the back wheels. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll try it. So first of all, let's just kind of get out there real quick. P, there we go. We'll turn it on. So you see how both wheels kind of steer for the Bubbimobile. Someone said probably that's not the best idea. Maybe we want to turn off the steering for the last wheels and it will look a little bit better. So let's test drive it a little bit, and then we're going to turn off the last ones and see if that actually makes anything better. So let's slow down here. We're going to turn off the last ones. So press K. We're going to go to find the back wheels, which I'm not sure. Left, 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 left. Yeah, the wheels are a bit weird. It says they're all left wheels, which obviously is not the case. But this one, let's see. Let's turn this off and see. Okay, so that's that back wheel, I think, right? Yeah, that's that back left wheels when we just turned off. So we know that one is this one right here, and I think this might be the other back wheel. Let's turn this one off as well. Nope, that's the front left. Okay, is there a better way to figure this out, by the way, instead of just turning them all off and back on? Maybe this one right here, number 4. Yes, these are the back wheels. Awesome. So let's turn them back on, and we're going to first we're going to name them. So back wheels. Save that. Then we're also going to turn off the steering. So steering, I guess, right there. And then these ones we'll name the front wheels. This one and this one right here will be the front wheels, so that we can change them however we want. So front wheels and back wheels. So back wheels will not have steering. Front wheels will have steering. Oh, maybe let me turn them back on, actually. Oops. There you go. Okay, they should be back on. It seems like it drives kind of the same. It looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit more realistic, I guess. But as far as driving goes, it seems to drive roughly the same way as it did before. I don't notice any difference in handling. So for now, we'll turn it off. What do you guys think is the better way? Should we have it off or on? I don't know. Someone said you probably don't need a gyroscope on the Bubbimobile since it's a ground vehicle. I like to have the gyroscope so that once we fly in the air, we can actually turn ourselves around. So, for instance, oh, that's going to hurt. There we go. Once we fly in the air like this, we can steer kind of like this. So if we are kind of tilting one way, we can correct that. Kind of like GTA style driving. So we're going to leave this right about here. And we're going to park brake, and we're good. Awesome. Good job, Bubbimobile. You done good. That's the first thing. The next thing that we want to look at is someone suggested a really cool idea, and I really like this one. And the idea was that somewhere in the middle of this place, build a sort of rotor system that kind of turns. So the rotor will turn, and this way we can turn on the rotor to, or we can drive this on board the rotor, then turn it on, and it'll turn the vehicle around so that we don't have to actually turn around in the garage. I think that's a really cool idea, and I want to try it. So and I haven't actually messed with rotors really in this Let's Play, or at all. I mean, I messed with them a little bit on a multiplayer server one time, but I'm kind of new to rotors, so I think we're gonna put it right here, maybe, or right here. So that's where our rotor is gonna be. So let's add rotor to our stuff. Rotere. We're going to use a normal rotor, and then there's a rotor part, but we're just going to be using a normal one. We won't use the advanced one because I don't think we need it, but we're just going to be using this one right here. So there's the rotor, and it's got its rotor part as well. We're going to have to fix these up, and I really wish our Nanites could come and do that, but it looks like we need steel plates and large steel tubes and motors. So we should have all of this stuff, unless our Nanites... Oh, our Nanites are off. Right. That actually brings me to what we're going to be doing today, and I'll tell you about that pretty soon. Let's grab 10 of these. We need motors and steel plates. So first motor. And steel plates are there too. So we can grab some of those. Rotors. So rotors and pistons in Space Engineers are always super fun. But they're also extremely painful sometimes, because they like to do weird things when you want them to do not weird things. When you want them to be normal, they'll just start like turning in weird directions and causing everything to glitch. But I think we're going to have fun here. I think it's going to work out fine. Okay, so there's our rotor. And so if I go... Let me get like a control panel here real quick. Control panel. And I want a button, actually. Not control panel, so... Yeah, button. We're going to stick that in that place. And we're going to put it kind of right here next to this. It looks like we need interior plates, construction components, and computers. So... Here's the interior. There's the interior plates. Where's the construction components? Right here. And the computers right here. Awesome. That should be enough for at least one button panel. Stick our button panel there. And that's going to allow us to do a couple of things. For instance, we'll have a door here. That'll open that. We'll have a door here. That one will open that. And then we'll have the rotor, which maybe number 2 will turn the rotor for whenever we want to turn that. So there's our rotor part. Let me see what I can do with it then. Because I need to actually get myself acquainted with rotors themselves, because I haven't really messed with it very much. So we've got a rotor. It's got a safety detach. We don't really want to do that. But I think we can change the displacement, move it up and down. We can change the torque. We can change the velocity. So if I bump up the velocity, yeah, so it turns. Okay, so that's exactly what we want to do. But I wonder if there's a way. I probably need to find a programmable block and like mess around with that a little bit. But there's probably a way to turn it exactly 90 degrees. So it starts right here. You press a button. You press another button. Like that. That's probably a way to do that. I just don't know how to do it quite yet. But we'll figure it out. Maybe we won't be able to do it in this episode, but we'll at least get the rotor set up so that it can be awesome. Okay, rotor. Turn your velocity back to 0. Oh God. Is there a way to just set it to 0? I might have to do just like rotor lock. There we go. Rotor lock. Don't turn. All right, so that's our rotor. We need to now get some sort of piece to go on top of it. And what you guys said, or what the person who said this, I forgot your name, sorry. But what you said to use is catwalks, I think. So let's see if we can find some of those. And this would be the one that we're going to use because it's normal. It doesn't have any kind of weird pieces. But we're going to grab this one anyway because it's got the all of them with just the scroll wheel. So we're going to use just a normal catwalk piece. And we're going to go out a little bit so that we can fit our whole ship on top of it. So catwalks. And I wonder if we want to do a 3x3 or if we want to go even bigger than that. We'll see. I guess a 3x3 would probably be fine. Unless we want to go with something like a little bit bigger. But if we go bigger on this side, we have to go bigger on that side as well to make it straight. So I think 3x3 is going to be fine. At least for now. Maybe we'll expand that a little bit later. Oh my god. So it's so weird trying to weld these because it tries to default weld on these. We need more interior plates. Oh, we'll probably need more construction components as well. Small steel tubes and interior plates. Small steel tubes first. There they are. And interior plates second. There they are. This would be kind of cool. I'm going to have to lower it as well because I do want to be able to immediately walk on it. Almost like it's part of the floor. So it'll be just pretty much right above the floor. So we want to lower it just a little bit. I don't know how much we want to lower it. And I really wish there were a way for me to lower it while looking at it to see if it's the right height. But I don't think there is. So we'll just lower it a little bit first and see what that does. So rotor. And we're going to go to the rotor displacement. Bring it down 2 centimeters. That's not looking like anything. Okay. Do I need to turn off rotor lock or will it still be fine? Let's bring it down quite a bit. 20 centimeters. Oh, that's looking better. Okay, so 20 centimeters. We can probably bring it down another 10 and be fine. What I don't want to do is completely crash the server by accidentally putting that block inside the other one. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now it's almost flush with the ground, so it looks like it's part of the ground almost. And can I turn it to velocity high and have it still turn properly? So undo that, bump up the RPMs, and that's looking pretty good. Are we getting any? I thought I saw a spark there. I keep thinking I see sparks. Yeah, I do keep seeing a couple of sparks there. So maybe what we want to do is we want to increase the height just a little bit so we don't get any sparks. So we don't like have a chance of breaking anything. Rotor. No, just rotor. So we're going to bring it down to negative 30, I think will be fine. I'm still seeing the sparks. I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. Can I still walk on it? Yeah, I can still walk on it. Okay, let's see if this works. So hop back in the ship, and we might actually have to make it bigger now that I'm looking at this. But let's see. Oh my god, it's so hard to drive in this thing. I might have to like increase the friction or something. Here we go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make this bigger. It's kind of working. Oh no. It almost flipped us. Let's go over here real quick. Parking brake on. We're gonna need to change that up a little bit. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. For now, stop. All right, I think I've got it at this point. All I had to do was make this much, much bigger, which took a little bit. And then I also had to go in here and change up some of the rotor settings so that I can make it reverse. But at this point, button number 2 should reverse the rotors so that it starts flipping the other way. Let's hop back into our ship and test it out, see if we can get it to work. So we're going to go in backwards, but turn the parking brake off. Going backwards onto this thing. We're going to kind of find a way to get ourselves on it somehow. Right there should be good. We make sure we have the parking brake on, and oh god, the parking brake might screw this up. Let's see. Oh my god, is it gonna work? Hey, there we go. That's actually working pretty nicely. Wow, this was a really good idea. I forgot who suggested it, but such a good idea. Look back on the comments of episode 5 and you'll see. But oh my god, will it stop in the right place though? There it is. I had to set some limits, so like a limit for the stopping point of the positive and a limit for the stopping point of the negative. But at this point, this should reverse it every time. So that is so awesome. I love it. It's amazing. And it doesn't matter which way this is facing so long as the ship just wants to get reversed, because whatever way the ship is facing on this, it'll just reverse it. So that's good. Definitely a great idea and definitely a very useful one, especially if we have multiple ships in here. In fact, what I kind of want to do is I want to move this back a little bit, but you know, I might hold off on that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll find a way to do something, because I definitely don't want to park these such that they are on top of the rotors. So for instance, this one right here, because we do plan on having multiple rovers at some point. Let's turn off the parking brake. This one right here would want to park somewhere like this. Did I just turn that with the ship? I think I might have. Well, that's a problem, definitely. But yeah, so this one right here would be parked kind of right here, and then we could have another one parked over there. What happens if I hit this now? Oh god. Oh god, the whole base. What happened, base? Well, that's going to bring us into the next thing we're going to do, but like, what the heck? I guess we're out of this stuff. Let me go get more uranium and I'll be right back, and then we can start working on what we're going to be working on today, our main kind of goal. Alright, so here at the land of Andrewman, we like to solve problems, and the current problem is that we're running out of uranium big time. We've only got 50 more, which will power the base for a little bit, but if we turn that nanite factory back on, we're going to have major problems. So there's two things that we can do to fix this. First, we can fix this thing, and what you guys have said in the comments is that it just won't work unless you've connected it to a grid and given it power. So that's my fault. I should probably do that. So let's break this down, and then we'll have all the materials, so we can just go rebuild it right there, maybe connected. But when I originally tried to place it, it was looking like it didn't want to connect with anything. So I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see how that works. Oh, okay. So I guess it will connect perfectly fine. It was just doing some weird stuff back when I originally tried to connect it, but it should connect properly. And then maybe, oh, there we go. I'm gonna watch it again. See. There it is. It gives us a nice little poof. And what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to find stuff for the nanites to go ahead and go mine. But of course the nanites are turned off, so they can't really do anything. But what it should see, and I don't know what its range is, maybe it will tell us somewhere, but what it should see is all that stuff that's over there. And the nanites should be able to go and mine that, but I'm not sure. Let me look at this guy and see all the mining stuff, because there's statistics. Possible mining targets is 0, probably because it's all turned off. Travel speed, blah blah blah. Okay, well, tell me about what I just placed down though. The nanite ultrasonic thing. Valid ore types, ore detected. So it didn't detect any ore, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. Maybe we need to extend the base a little bit so that like this is like right over that stuff. I don't know how close it's got to be. So yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do the thing that we were going to do, our main goal for this episode, which is going to be creating a gigantic solar farm. One of you suggested that I build a 10 by 10 solar farm, and I thought, that's crazy. And then I thought, yeah, what the heck? Why not? We're on the moon. The sun comes up this way, sort of. It comes up around there, if I remember correctly. So might as well go ahead and build us a gigantic solar farm somewhere. So I think that's probably what we're going to do, and that should set us for power for quite a while. So do we have any steel plates? No, of course we don't, because we gave them back to our base. We will now take them back. So steel plates, rather. Grab them from here. We have a bunch of them. We're just going to grab, like, all of them. And then we're going to build like a base for our solar farm. So a 10 by 10, which is going to be huge, but it's also going to be really cool. So let's just go out this way. And we might turn nanites back on so they can go ahead and like do stuff. But we are going to run out of power eventually. But hopefully as they build this stuff up, there will be less and less power problems. So a 10 by 10, how big is this going to have to be? A solar panel farm is is we want to start it kind of right here. So not like directly on it, but kind of a little bit off. So a solar panel is a 2x4. So no, is it? Yeah, it's a 2x4. So kind of like that. That's one solar panel. And then we need 10 of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we were almost actually perfectly there. Then we want kind of like a walk around area as well. So this will be our walk around area. This will be our sort of our pathway. And then we need 10 of those kind of oh my god, this is going to take forever to build. Well, let's go this way and see how many we can get. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. And we might be able to get 5. We'll see. 5. We could probably go another little bit. We'll go 6. 2, 3, 4. That's 6. Okay, that's going to be 6 solar things. Let's make a nice little connection with the ground so that if things get disconnected, we have this connection to hold things up. So that's going to be these ones right here. Let's do the same thing on this side. So we'll go all the way out first, and then we'll come back and make those little dents where the solar panels are actually going to go. Need to break this one. But then again, we do want that pathway around, don't we? So the pathway will kind of go this way. Just like this. This is where I should really use a time lapse. I wish I had like a second recording camera so I could just like sit it up there so it can watch me build, and then I could split it into a time lapse. That'd be really cool. But I don't know. We've got the area laid out for our solar panels, sort of. I mean, we kind of filled in all of this area, but we haven't filled in all of this area quite yet. We're definitely going to need the nanites for this one, but we do have kind of half the area for this. So with a 10 by 10 solar panel range, and it doesn't look square for a reason, it's because the solar panels themselves aren't square, but with a 10 by 10 solar panel area, this is going to require 100 solar panels, which is 64 times 100 is 6,400. No. Yes, 6,400. So we need 6,400 solar things, solar panel components, or solar, whatever they're called, solar components maybe? I don't know. So we got a production assembler. We're going to need that many of these things right here. 6,400. So we're going to need that many of those. Hopefully it can build them all. How much is it going to require if we look at production? Only 21,000 nickel. I don't know if we have that much. And 16,000 silicon. So do we have that much, actually? Silicon, Si, 16,000 is what we're looking for. We have 1,000 there. Oh, God. 1,000. Plus 12. Plus 2. Plus 2. We have 1,000. We need 16,000. And then nickel. And I think is nickel. Yeah, nickel. We need, how much nickel do we need? We need 21,000, I think. We have 6,000 right there. 9,000 right there. 1,000 right there. 7,000 right there. Okay, we're good on nickel then. We have enough nickel. Nickel is fine. Especially since we're still getting nickel. But we do need some silicon still. Silicon is going to be a major problem. But at least that'll give us enough for a couple of these solar panels. So let's go ahead and place a couple of the solar panels. And then we will we'll come back to them and try and finish them. So solar. Actually, yeah, we already have it. It's right here. So number 7 is our solar panel. We're going to put this into the right spot. Not like that, like this. There we go. So we want our solar panel to start right here. Let's flip these around a little bit. There we go. Start right there. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, go down a little bit. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's good. I counted correctly. So we've got our 10 solar panels right there. And then we're going to start right here for the next line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, that's not the right one. break that one. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And, you know, I have half a mind to include, like, a walkway in between every once in a while. But I guess we're going to have the main... Well, we didn't even include a walkway this way. We only included one around. So I don't know. I mean, we could add a walkway, but if we add a walkway, we're going to have to expand the number of blocks. Why not? Let's see. Hang on. How many more do we have? Yeah, let's add a walkway. So we'll let this one right here be a walkway. Then we're going to do that one right there and that one right there. And then that's going to go all the way up to here. So we need to kind of expand this a little bit as well. So expand it 1 block, which will be the walkway on this side. We like walkways. They allow us to walk through to fix things if we need to. Even though we have a jetpack, but walking is nicer. It's easier, I guess, than flying around in jetpacks. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so start right here. 2, 3. Okay, I think I'm too low here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. We'll fix that one. 9, 10, and fix this one. Number 7. There we go. And let's do this last line right here, and then we'll go and do something else. And we'll turn on the nanites to see. And I messed up the first one. We'll turn on the nanites to let them kind of run around and try and build things, but I don't know. It might take a little while for us to actually get these up. But the good thing is the more the nanites work on this, the more power they're going to have as well. So that's definitely a win-win, having more of these things. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Currently, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 10. So we have 40 solar panels laid out, which is a good number. That's actually a really good number of solar panels. And that's almost half of what we do plan to lay out in the future. So it's kind of cool. All right, let's turn back on the nanites. Let me real quick check how much power we have. We have 2 bars stored up in those things, and we're running out of power in this thing. But at least the nanites can do a little bit. So let's turn them back on. And you know what? Let's turn off cleanup, deconstruction, mining, and well, we can turn on mining. We can see if they like potentially find stuff. I don't think they will. All right, we'll turn off medical for sure because we don't want nanites flying around for that. But yeah, okay. So they are going to go ahead and fix this stuff up, and maybe they'll get a couple of solar panels up and running as well, which is definitely good. Some of you guys said that I should add batteries to the rotor. By the way, I don't know. Because apparently this gets used up over time if I don't have batteries on it. I don't know if that's the case, but some of you were saying that that is the case. So I am inclined to believe you and add some batteries to this thing. I just don't know where to add them. I mean, we could add them to the top for sure. That would be pretty easy. We could also add them up here. That might not be a bad spot. Just like throw them right here. I don't know. Where would be a good place for batteries? If I... Oh, you know what? You know what? I have an idea. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's move this forward a little bit. Press P real quick. Were you glitched in something? What the heck? One of our wheel... What is happening with our wheel? This is what... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come back. Bring it back. What is happening with that wheel? Is it the... thrusters? No, I don't know what's happening with that. That's so weird. All right, well, if you guys know what's happening with that one wheel right there, please post it in the comments because that is extremely weird. Let me hop in real quick, see if anything with that wheel is changed. Let's see, turning. It seems to happen only when it turns. It can drive forward fine. That's not a problem. Let me do parking brake again. What if I go to K? Can I see that wheel looking weird or something? Turn them off, turn them back on. Same with the front wheels, turn them off, turn them back on. Let's take a look at these ones. I don't see anything weird. Maybe turn off steering for them. So front wheels, turn off steering, see if... Okay, so you turn off steering, everything's fine. That's good. So if we turn back on steering now... Yeah, what the heck? Also, we got some light, so it looks like we're shocking up against something as well. Yeah, I don't know what's with that wheel right there. It just doesn't want to... Does this one do the same thing? No, it doesn't. I don't know what it is. Did we break something here and it's causing it to be really weird? I don't know. Space Engineers does weird things sometimes. So anyone who's familiar with rovers and how they work, please tell me what the heck is going on with the Bubbimobile because it seems to want to flip over for some reason. But that's fine. We'll add batteries on this a little bit later if we decide that we really want to do that. For now, I think it's going to be fine without batteries, honestly. I mean, we could throw one at the back as well, couldn't we? Ah, we'll do it later. Not a problem. So we got the solar farm up and running. Let's see if the nanites have done anything yet. I mean, they've been working on this, which is fine. Oh, you know what I also want to do? Hang on. I want to go over here and tell the nanites to use the assembler. So that's one thing I was afraid of, is that they'd use all my materials with the assembler, but honestly, I'd be using the materials anyway, so might as well have them set to use the assembler. It's no big deal. For this thing, should I? Well, you're turned off, it seems like. So, I wonder if I should go and... I think I'm going to need to watch a video on how to actually use that thing. Because, I don't know, maybe you're supposed to put it in there or something like that. I don't know if it's got to be connected to the same grid, but let's see. Mining is on. Alright, I've been trying to get this thing to work, but I don't think it wants to work properly. I mean, I've made like a little line over here because I wanted to try and grab this stuff over here, but it doesn't seem to like even have the hammer anymore. So I think it might have glitched out, kind of like the wheel of that thing over there. Is everything seems to be glitching out. Hopefully next time we log in to play this, everything will be fine once again. But I think this is coming along really nicely. The nanites have been building like crazy. They've actually built most of this already, which is really good. But what they haven't been building is this stuff, and I really want them to try building this, but I guess what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to hop into our welder, the USS Woodburn, and we're going to see about getting all the materials for that stuff. So let's hop into this, and we're going to let's try and move it into our hangar, see what happens. So turn it back on with number 9, and let's drive it around. I don't know how this is going to work because I don't know if there's enough room for it to actually sit in here, but no, there's plenty of room. It's no worries. Just drive it in, and we can probably stick it in this corner like that. We should really back it in, but I guess it's going to be fine. Let's turn off the power here just to let it sit, and we're good. Awesome. So we have the Havanator is inside the hangar. It's actually kind of small. It's much smaller than our ship, and I actually thought the roles were reversed. I thought the ship was larger, or the ship over here was larger than the Bubbimobile. I almost called it the Batmobile just now. All right, how much power do we have, first of all? I want to double check that so that I can know if we can keep our nanites running or if we have to stop them. 16, that's going to be fine, I guess, because we do plan on getting this thing up and running, which should save us a little bit. Y to turn back on our ship. We broke something with our thrusters, but that's fine. Let's drive over here and turn around. V to C. And we should be good to back in. Maybe a little bit low. There we go. And what do we need for one of these things? So for our solar panel. So number 7, we need construction components times 10. So 10 construction components, 4 steel plates. Actually, wait, let me put it on here. How many? Okay, 64 solar cells, 10 construction components, 1 steel tube, 2 computers, and 4 steel plates. Let's multiply that so that we know exactly how many we need. So solar cells, we know how many we need. We need all of them. Steel plates, we will need 40 steel plates for this whole operation. So 40 steel plates, 100 construction components, 10 large steel tubes, and what? 8, wait, 10? 10? No. We have to multiply everything times 100. Okay, so we'll need 400 steel plates. That's easy. We'll need 1,000 construction components. That's not as easy. We will need 2 times 100, 200 computers, and we will need 100 large steel tubes. Okay, awesome. I think I probably remember that. So let's press I. Our ship fuel's low. That's okay. We'll double check it right before we take off. Let's go to our cargo container, which will be the white one. Wherever it is. There it is. Okay, so first we're going to get our steel plates. Let's give a space there. Steel plates, we need 400, so we'll stick 376 in here. Be quiet, I know ship fuel is low. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. We need all of these things. Actually, let's get the other stuff first. So large steel tubes.
Ship fuel low.
I swear to God, woman, if you keep saying that, I'm going to disassemble you. Okay.
Ship fuel
We've got the...
low.
We've got those. Awesome. We need all of these. We probably need a little bit more, but I think that's going to be fine. Computers, we need 200, so let's grab exactly 200. Stop saying ship fuel low. I know it's low. You said it. Jesus Christ. We're not even flying. Why does it need to say that ship fuel is low if we're not flying? I don't understand. Construction components. We have another 4. Nope, that's the same ones that we're looking at in here. Okay, finally we need to get every single solar thing we have.
Low.
I'm so sorry about the ship fuel low. I am so sorry. I know you guys are probably... Oh, you guys are probably super chill. I'm the one who's angry because it's being annoying. Being super annoying. All right, that's 500 is not nearly enough, but it should be enough to get at least a couple of these things running. And
low.
hang on, is our ship fuel? It's not even low. Our ship fuel is not even low. Look, it's at 40. Oh, 6 minutes. Oh, okay, maybe it's a bit low. Hang on, let me hop out and see our batteries, see if it's actually low. It's got 2 bars. What do you mean ship fuel low? Ship fuel is fine. 2 bars. We're good.
Ship fuel low.
Unless since we're connected, it's talking about the base, which it could certainly be. Let's turn off the nanites. They're starting to eat up a little bit more power than I want. Oops, we just turned them off and on. Nope. There we go. Oh, we got red things. Is that... Those might be the mining ones. I just saw red ones flying around. Okay, do we have a bunch of rock in here? If we have a bunch of rock, then those are the mining ones. So, refinery. Rock, 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 rock. No, I actually don't see any rocks. So, I don't know what they were doing then, if they were just flying around, the red ones. Because it tells you in this, I think, doesn't it? Oh, no, I guess it doesn't. It tells you somewhere else. But I've never seen red ones before, so I guess those are maybe the mining ones. So maybe this guy right here is actually working and not telling us that it is. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, you know what? We can see, I think, right here. It'll tell us what our targets are for the mining. Yeah, it says we have 0 targets. So if I toggle you back on, will we suddenly have more targets? I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to go and check what those red ones are. If you say ship fuel low one more time, I swear to God, I will disassemble you in a second. Okay, disconnect. We should have everything that we need. Our ship's having a little bit of trouble flying, but that's okay. Turn you sideways so that we can stop ourselves in time. So we're gonna go straight down this line, and we might only have enough to do 5 or 6 of these things, but we should be fine. Okay, starting with this one, and there we go. I had to switch to number 1. All right. Oh, it looks like we're getting... I guess we're going down this line. That's fine. That's fine, too. There we go. That's 4 so far. Can we get another 6, maybe? Awesome. We should be running out of solar cells any second now. Yep, we ran out right here. One of these should complete, though, because it got enough solar cells. Okay, let's run along the line and give everything else what they need. We're just going to kind of not really stop. We're going to kind of just run along this line, depositing stuff into this. Okay, awesome. We got everything for that line. Let's do the same on this one right here. So it looks like everything is like half built. Alright, so solar cells should be the only thing that we need for everything. And then silicon is what we need for that. So we have enough nickel. Silicon is the big question. So I think what we're going to do probably is end this episode by going to search for some silicon. And yeah, actually we know where it is. We just need to go for a mining expedition. Weld, 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 weld. I wonder if I had a big ship that had a welder on it, if that would work out very well. Maybe we'll try it out. For something like this, it would be really cool adding like 5 or 6 big welders on the bottom of it and seeing how well it worked. It would work really well, I bet. Okay. Oh, okay. Did not realize that was right there. My bad. This should probably get fixed at some point. I don't know what the nanites have been doing, not working on that, but let's turn off our power here and let's check to see how many we got. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these things done, which should start to give us a lot of power, much more than well, I don't actually know how it's going to compare to that. 7 of those versus this thing. I think 7 is pretty much insignificant compared to that. But as soon as we have at least 2 of these full lines done, we should have a lot of power coming in. So yeah, we do have some power coming in from there. And then we've got some power coming in from here as well. Only 7 uranium left. But hopefully at some point, this whole thing will pay for the nanites. So we'll have no problem running the nanites all the time. But currently we kind of have to have blackout sessions because otherwise the the nanites are just going to eat all the power. We just can't afford to have everything done there. So silicon real quick. Silicon right there. It's the closest silicon, actually. Let's check our GPS for some silicon on the moon. We have some silicon on the moon right there. Any more silicon on the moon? We have some more silicon right there. And let's turn some other stuff off so we don't need all this stuff on right now. No AU, no AG, we don't need that stuff. Okay, and let's check our silicons. We have that silicon and we have that silicon over there. That one's much, much closer. So let's go ahead and grab our ship that's going to be used for mining and we'll go on our little expedition. Alright, we should be able just to back out of here with no problem. Yep, there we go. How much power do we have left? Not too much, but I think we'll be fine. 6 minutes of flight left. That's okay, right? That's gonna be fine. Especially when we're not really going that far. We can turn off our dampeners for extra flight abilities. Also extra danger though, so if you're ever looking to turn off your dampeners, always be cautious of how much danger it puts you in. Okay, so the silicon. Let's hope it's the first one. Actually, let's hope it's one of the ones over there because that'll be easier to grab. So we got magnesium right here. Probably silicon's over here. Yep, silicon's right over here. And we can probably grab some uranium while we're here as well, just because it's in the same spot. Pretty much. And I'm thinking we're just going to go straight on into it. Maybe down towards the bottom of the silicon so that we can grab some of that uranium as well. Oh my god, look how big that face is right there. That's crazy. Okay, let's head on in. Are we already at the silicon? I can't really see if we are, but I think we might be. A little bit of lag. Yep, we already got some silica that we can grab. So let's go ahead and grab that. And we're probably going to head straight towards the uranium as well. I kind of really like this miner. It's very easy to get full of materials. Like, all you gotta do is mine for a few minutes, and suddenly you look at your inventory and you've got so much. So if we press I, watch, I'll show you. We've got 92,000 silicon, and we've got 65,000 uranium, which is pretty crazy for only mining for, probably been here for 5 minutes at this point, because I spent a little bit of time with the uranium, but still, I mean, you can get silicon so fast with this thing. But it also helps that it's on the moon and we have less gravity, so we can carry more on our ship as well, which is nice. Alright, we've got everything that we need and we're off to go back to base. We've got a load of 53,000 kilograms. Let's see how much of each material we have. We have 65,000 uranium and 206,000 silicon, which is a crazy amount, by the way. Lots and lots of silicon. Should be more than we need for this project, and should be way more than we need for a while. Maybe eventually down the road we'll have to go for another silicon run, but it'll be a long time before that day comes. Same with some of the other materials we captured last episode or the episode before that. But iron, I think, is going to be one that we're going to consistently need, which is why I'm really trying to get this thing to work. The thing I'm aiming at with my crosshair. Because if that works, then our nanites can mine the iron for us, and they can build things for us as well. So, but I'm glad with this base that we have multiple refineries, because it's very nice to be able to refine things at a pretty high speed. I think our base, we're only in episode 6, and I think our base is already much larger than the previous base in the other Let's Play, or in the other season, rather. Oh, I got a little closer than I thought I was. Might be. But yeah, it's already much, much larger, which is pretty cool. I feel like every season we should have a larger base. So this would be take 2 on a base. Which this is not complete as well, by the way. So we currently have one little hangar. I kind of plan to have another hangar on top. Would be a cool idea. Maybe a landing pad or something for a larger ship, or just multiple normal ships. I do want to also have one giant hangar, and I was gonna stick it over there, but I might go ahead. I might stick it where Big Red is right now. So I might move Big Red forward a little bit or something, and then make another hangar. So this will come into like this area, and then another hangar would come in there as well, and so things would leave that way. Or this way, I guess. So, because the original plan was to have the large hangar where this is currently, but that can't happen because this is where this is. So, But oh well, it's okay. Let's go to the refineries, make sure everything is working well. So I want to make sure that the silicon is the #1 thing. Silicon is #1 priority because that's our main concern for these guys. Silicon, yep, silicon's #1 for everything. Awesome. And that should help us out a little bit. Let's manually grab a bunch of steel plates. I don't know how many we have in our inventory right now, but we'll manually grab a couple of those and build those refineries up. Steel plate. I think we're going to eventually run out of steel plates. But it's okay. It's not that bad. So that should be at least one. And we should be able to get this second one up almost. We need another 1,000. Just grab all those. And we need just a couple more. That should do. Well, that should do quite nicely. So we need 5 more to complete that, but we're not even going to worry about it. Okay, we have all 8 of our refineries up at this point. It looks like we do have room to add 1 more if we want to. I don't know that we want to add 9, though. I think 5 is going to be fine. 8. I think 8 is going to be fine. Okay, so you are doing good. Let's see how many solar cells we have. Solar cells, we have a nice 63, 64... 36, 36, 37, and 37. So I think we're just going to let these guys build. Let's take a look at our production real quick to see if it's building at a steady rate. It is. So it is going at a steady rate, which is very good to see. It's just going to take a really long time for these things to work out. So I think probably next episode we'll finish this up, and then we'll also do something else, figure out what we want to do. Hopefully we'll have more power as well next episode, so we can just let the nanites kind of do their thing. But anyways, if you guys like that episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in episode 7 of the Space Engineers Let's Play.